YouTube is Rico, man. I'm back with another video. Y'all see what we got going on, man. We got 10 crazy police car chases caught on camera. Now this is definitely gonna be a banger, man. But other than that, man, before we get started, I want to just say Merry Christmas to everybody for the year 2020. Hopefully y'all having a very good Christmas and everything is going good for you and your family, etc., etc. And hopefully y'all got some amazing gifts. But other than that, man, y'all see what we basically about to get started and getting into, man. If you're brand new to the channel, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're brand new. And also, don't forget to turn on your post notification bell so you know when we upload, because you don't want to miss out when we upload every single day. Other than that, the grind don't stop. We drop a video every day, no matter even if it's a holiday. But other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and start the screen record. That started. And starting the video now.
Nothing beats the thrill and excitement afforded by a good old police car chase. Now, well, some of you might already be jaded to the concept because YouTube is literally littered with this stuff. I remember a day way back when my dad would literally call me out of my room to watch the latest car chase unfold on the news. Yes, it's definitely fun for the entire family. So let's now channel our inner Ron Burgundy and watch 10 of the craziest police car chases caught on camera. With all that said and done, let's begin, shall we? Number 10. Tased and Confused. Police were called into a stabbing incident in Dayton, Ohio in what they hoped to be a routine arrest. Well, as routine as the situation called for. When the police arrived at the location, the suspect got into his truck and floored it. He didn't get far, though, as he almost immediately crashed his truck. The suspect wasn't going to be arrested without a fight, though. He somehow managed to jump into the driver's seat of a police cruiser, one of the many cruisers that responded to the scene. When the police officer saw this, he shot the suspect with a taser at point-blank range. Remarkably, the suspect was still able to recklessly drive away in reverse. What ensued was a crazy car chase on the suburban roads of Dayton, leaving a lot of damaged cars in its wake. Unfortunately, the crazy suspect crashed into a minivan containing 7 kids, 2 of which suddenly passed away. The horrific
Yeah, dude, dumb as hell. Like, you really out here doing something this stupid and crazy to the point you basically caused 2 innocent children to lose their life and stuff. So you definitely deserve to be in jail. And I'm pretty sure they definitely gave him a lot of time, man, because 1, he stole a police vehicle. 2, pretty much was running into stuff and running into people's cars and crashing into them and stuff like that. Then 3, kids lost their lives due to this. And 4, you just basically caused a lot of damage pretty much at the end of the day. Like, so you definitely getting hella fines and you possibly getting sued by a lot of people. And then on top of that, the 2 kids that lost their life, you're possibly basically gonna get sued by their family. So pretty much just mess your whole life up for the rest of your life, pretty much at the end of the day, man. And why, we do not know. And people just be out here doing stupid stuff and not think about others. He was definitely selfish for that, but man, that's just crazy for sure.
Chase ended abruptly when the suspect crashed a stolen police car into a pole just outside the Dayton Metro Library. He was promptly arrested, and something tells me that he's going to spend the rest of his life in jail, as he deserves. Number 9. Yet another stolen cop car. Criminals are getting bolder and bolder nowadays, and this guy is a primary example of this fact. This guy hijacked not 1, but 2 vehicles. One of them was, as mentioned in the title, a police cruiser. The suspect was involved in an armed robbery earlier in the day and was trying to get away in his white sedan. Unfortunately, he went off-road, which sedans aren't really made for, which basically disabled his car. But before his car died down, he hijacked at gunpoint a passing up pickup truck. He led the police on a merry off-road chase again until he crashed the truck. That's chase over, am I right? Well, wrong. The guy legged it, still trying to evade capture. He ran towards one of the parked cop cars that was previously chasing him and drove off with it. Police were basically unaware of this development.
Where was the police even at? Like, how all of a sudden he managed to run up to that car and get it and take it? Like, where was the police officer at that cruiser? Like, where was he even at? Like, how did he just leave that car just sitting there for the suspect to basically get in and drive away as if nothing happened? That definitely, I don't know. That don't make sense to me at that point. Like, how? But other than that, though, man, he definitely going to jail for a long time because he stole not one but two cars and also stole one with a firearm. Basically, got somebody at gunpoint, took the car they had, crashed that. Finna get sued for that mostly. He definitely going to the court for that. And then on top of that, stole a police cruiser. So definitely getting some time and paying a lot of fines. And on top of that, because he crashed a person's car and had them at gunpoint to get their car in the first place. But yeah, he definitely going to jail for a long time.
They were so unaware of it that many police cars just kind of drove by him. Good thing a news helicopter was monitoring the entire thing, and the cops were notified of the carjacking. More off-road shenanigans ensued until the suspect was cornered by the cops, ending the chase. Number 8. Tires blown, but still flooring it. Just a word of advice, guys. If the cops ask you to stop your vehicle, just please stop your vehicle. They probably just want to either give you a ticket or even just let you off, depending on what you did. Because if you don't, a minor traffic violation may balloon into something much worse. Kind of like this lady here, for instance. All the police did was to ask her to pull over. No crime was committed whatsoever. But for some reason, the lady decided to give the cops a good old merry chase. I do have to applaud the patience the cops showed for this lady, though. There were numerous chances for them to forcibly stop her vehicle, but the worst they did was force her through some road spikes. This then blew out all of her tires. You'd think that would be enough to stop this lady, but again, wrong. The high-speed chase turned into a low-speed one, obviously because her tires were out. Yet despite that, she was still able to escape from a police blockade. The chase only ended when she decided to drive into a shopping outlet where she was finally boxed in, but she still wasn't going to go down without a fight. The officers were forced to pin her down on the pavement before cuffing her. Number 7. Highway Shootout. This guy definitely doesn't want to get caught. The man in the passenger seat was a suspect on a liquor store robbery that led to the shooting of the store owner, which happened a few days prior to this incident. Police follow-ups led to police tracking the suspect down, who chose escape rather than arrest, which resulted into this police car chase. The police then boxed the suspect and his driver in, but instead of coming peacefully, he pulled out a gun and fired at the police, forcing the police to fire back. One bystander was grazed by a stray bullet, but nothing serious. The same can't be said for the two occupants of the car. The driver, who was wounded at the shootout, came to her senses and exited the vehicle, surrendering herself to the police. The shooter...
Like, what did you think would happen? Why would you literally, for whatever reason, decide to shoot at the police knowing that they definitely possibly going to shoot back, and if you survive through that, go to jail for a long time, because now you putting a lot of law enforcement lives and your hands of endangerment pretty much at the end of the day. So not only is that, but you possibly gonna get attempted murder charges and all that. So people don't be, I don't know, man. Some people just be that crazy, man. But me, I ain't no way, man, because you basically going to jail for a long, long time after shooting at law enforcement. You definitely going to jail for a long time. And on top of that, the fines is just gonna kick your ass pretty much at the end of the day. So people don't be thinking about the long-term effect of what would happen in certain situations that they cause, man, because, yeah, he definitely messed up, so wouldn't want to be him, and definitely gonna be broke for a long, long time, and you being in jail ain't gonna do no better, because now you gonna be broker than you was before you went to jail, and you gonna be super broke by that point. But what it is, man, people gotta think sometimes.
On the other hand, wouldn't budge. After a tense 45-minute standoff, it took a flashbang grenade and a canine to finally get the suspect out of the car, strapped to a stretcher. Number 6. You can't hide from the chopper. Emmanuel Toner stepped into the office of a gas station to get his receipt since he was only going to be gone for a few seconds, and he decided to keep his engine running. He got out of the office, he saw his truck speeding away. He let the police know of what happened, of course, but he decided to use his private helicopter to help the police in the search. He then got into his private chopper, quickly spotting his stolen truck from above and realized...
I don't care how much money I got or how long I'm gonna be in the place. I'm never running inside, leaving my car on with nobody else in the car. Like, if it's just me, I'm definitely not going in nowhere, no matter how fast I think I'm gonna be, and leave my car on just sitting there. Like, that's you just asking to get your car stolen at that point. Like, you might as well just tell somebody, hey, go ahead, just take the car, man, because I'm gonna go up in here, and I'm pretty sure by the time I come back, the car gonna be gone anyway. So you might as well take it at that point. He should have just did that. But that's just crazy though. How ironic, dude steals this person's car, and then this person got a whole private helicopter and basically was keeping an eye on them in the air, so police would be able to know exactly where that person is with that person's car. That's just crazy. That's just too crazy for that to happen, pretty much. Like, 9 times out of 10, a normal everyday carjacker ain't gonna steal a car from a person that has a private helicopter that close by, to the point where they don't even get far that good enough, and that person is able to keep up with them and spot them. Like, that's just crazy.
Relaying the information to the police, who in turn use the information to quickly apprehend the carjacker. Number 5. Carjacking ends in crash. A carjacking of a truck in Pasadena, California turned into a high-speed police car chase which happened in suburban streets. The chase often reached highway speed, which obviously is a dangerous speed when traveling in residential roads. The entire chase lasted for 45 minutes, with the hijacked truck weaving in and out of traffic and having all 4 wheels off the ground in some points. It's amazing that the truck never hit any other vehicle on the road. That is until near the end, when it crashed into another car, giving the police the opportunity to arrest the driver, who then gave himself up with no resistance. Number 4. Cop does his job, gets sued. Here's a bit of injustice for you, but before we get to that part, let me tell you the story behind the car chase here. Police tried to intercept a car driven by Aaron Vilbro for speeding, but instead of pulling over, he opted to lead the cops into a wild car chase through the busy streets of Melbourne, Australia. He can be seen weaving in and out of traffic, narrowly missing other cars on the road, running lights, and generally driving so haphazardly that it's kind of amazing he didn't hit any cars along the way. Now, Vilbro had a couple of good reasons why he opted to do a runner. One is that he was just released from prison, and 2, he had drugs in the car. I say good reason, but, well, moving on. Vilbro was being pursued by Sergeant Pickering, and the footage you are seeing was taken from his dash cam, but another police officer was in pursuit as well. That was Constable Brett McCormick, and instead of joining the high-speed pursuit, he wisely waited on the street he knew Vilbro will be driving through, and when he saw Vilbro coming, he rammed his car into the side of Vilbro's car, thus preventing further property damage or even loss of life. But get this, McCormick was actually charged for reckless conduct. Apparently, Melbourne police had no policy regarding ramming cars into pursuit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. He definitely didn't really have to do that. I mean, if anything, I don't even know how often they would be able to do this, or if they can just do this when they want to, depending on the situation. But I thought they usually have police spikes or whatever in their trunk. But maybe that's just in the movies and shit, that a police would just have some spikes in the back of their car. But yeah, man, that's just crazy. I get it, yeah, a person stolen the car, but if it ain't like he's shooting at people or stuff like that, pretty much I would say, unless he's shooting at people or something like that, I wouldn't see why police would ram his car into a person's car, if either way they could basically get that person boxed in, or eventually get that person to run out of gas or crash into something else and then arrest that person. But ramming into them just to get them to stop, yeah, nah, probably not a good idea. Cause now on top of that, you possibly could have saved that person's stolen car at the end of the day. You never know. But yeah, definitely gotta cough up that bread for that one. I get it, you wanted to help that person by stopping the person that stole their car, but at the same time, you crashed into their car. So, I don't know, man. It's just weird. Tell me how y'all would have handled that situation. Because me, I probably definitely would have wanted some money out of that. Because, yeah, you at least could have tried to see other options. Like, if a person ran out of gas, or that person himself crashes into something and then y'all catch him. But you willingly just crashed into the car. Like, literally. So, that's just crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
And Mccormick, rightfully so in my opinion, pleaded not guilty. Number 3. A high-stakes game of chicken. This technically isn't a high-speed car chase, but I had to include it anyway, and you'll soon see the reason why. Wyoming Police Sergeant Rob Meredith and Constable were called in to apprehend a suspected drunk driver driving his truck the wrong way on U.S. Highway 131. Instead of going on hot pursuit, which most cops would probably do, they opted to get ahead of the driver and block.
And that's the crazy thing. Out here, I do not know why people are getting arrested for driving the wrong way on the highway. Like, how do y'all get on the highway and drive the wrong way? How? I've been wondering that for the longest. Because when I first moved out here, I remember I started seeing posts about that. Like, how do y'all literally get on the highway and not know which way you're supposed to be going? I never understood that. And this still happens even now. So that's crazy that he said this person basically got caught driving on the wrong side of the highway and so on and so on. But yeah, that's just crazy because I just be hearing about this even now out here about people doing that, which is crazy. At that point, y'all deserve to not have no license at all, because if y'all getting on the highway driving the wrong way, then you definitely don't deserve to be on the street driving, period.
Block his passage. The cops positioned themselves in the middle of the highway, waiting for the suspect to arrive. They first saw headlights coming towards them at speeds in excess of 80 miles per hour. The cops fully expected the drunk driver to stop when he saw them parked there, but he did not. I'm not sure if the drunk driver did it on purpose or was asleep behind the wheel, but he did ram the cop cruiser head on. If it weren't for the quick thinking of Sergeant DeBoer, who angled the police car at the last second, both cops and the other driver could have been killed. The impact instead broke one of the front wheels of the truck, which ended the entire ordeal. The drunk driver was sentenced to 15 months to 5 years in prison. Now it's time for the day's best pick. In the photo, you'll see a supercar, probably a Lamborghini by the looks of it, ramming a police vehicle. I did my research and I did find similar vehicles that were involved in high-speed police chases, but none of them ever ended in a crash. In fact, most supercar owners opt to pull over when needed rather than driving away. Notice I said most and not all, because there is one supercar owner, fully knowing the capabilities of his car, ran from the police and 2 helicopters, and also may or may not have gotten away with it. Number 2. The one that almost got away. Carjacker and career criminal Mohammed Ahmed Obushileba stole a Dodge Challenger.
That long ass. I definitely wouldn't have been able to pronounce that one. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I would have been like, sir, I ain't even gonna lie, but I'm gonna definitely mess up on your name just because it's so long. And it just, I ain't trying to talk about other people's names because some countries you got people with names like that, so I understand, but trying to pronounce it, I'm definitely gonna mess up with. No type of disrespect towards that person. It's just, that's a long name for me to even try to pronounce, let alone say it. But it what it is. I definitely would have to call him something for short, because that's too long of a name, and I definitely would have mispronounced it the way it's said.
Hellcat and led police on an extremely dangerous freeway car chase on the I-10. He was being pursued by cop cars, but given that he was driving a car with a 707 horsepower engine, he quickly left them behind in the dust. 2 helicopters were also in pursuit, a police chopper and a newscopter. But Obushileba was driving so fast, and take note that both choppers' top speed was 120 miles per hour, and he was still outrunning the choppers as well. The police chopper eventually had to bow out because it was running out of fuel, leaving the news chopper to continue with the pursuit. But he was still able to outrun it, leaving the news crew to rely on zooming in on the car just not to lose sight of him. But this also proved futile, as the Charger was soon too far away for even the camera to follow its movements. He was only caught when he abandoned his car, which probably ran out of gas and was found on the side of the highway and ran into the woods. Officers searched for the driver amid the brush before he was spotted, walking casually and talking on his cell phone. A deputy tackled the man and he was taken in. My man said he thought he was slick. They said he tried to walk out just walking casually, talking on the phone like, yeah, buddy, no, this ain't the movies. You coming with us. That's funny. I ain't even gonna lie. That was some smart thinking, but yeah, man, that definitely wasn't gonna work. And plus, on the top of that, you basically on the side of a long highway, really, and you just out there walking
Like, it ain't really no trails, no nothing from what I see. You just walking casually talking on your phone. Like, you pretty much just gave yourself away right there. But yeah, definitely try to play it off and finesse that situation. He said, I'm trying to walk out of here as if nothing happened.
Into custody by helicopter. Before we move on, do me a favor. My analytics show that only about 15% of you watching are actually subscribed. Come on, guys, what's up with that? Can you guys please hit the subscribe button? You guys watch my videos every day anyway.
Y'all too, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like, we barely at 10%. Or is we? Nah, we ain't even at 10% yet, but I see a lot of people not subscribed watching our videos, so if you're brand new, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on your post notification bells so you know when we upload, and also don't forget to leave a like and comment as well, and share our channel with your friends and family, because if you enjoy this type of content, then 9 times out of 10, they're going to enjoy this type of content as well, and we do this every single day, so you definitely don't want to miss out on the grind that we be doing on the channel. But other than that, let's continue on.
So you might as well subscribe and keep up to date with every video we put out. Number 1. She put the wreck in recreational vehicle. When I first watched this video, I was amazed that nobody got killed during this carnage. When you see it for yourself, you're probably going to think the same. Julianna
You got the dog just sitting there chilling.
An RV one day and led police on a dangerous car chase in the suburbs of Southern California. She weaved in and out of traffic, and at one point she slammed into a palm tree, tearing away the front side of the RV.
What?
Even that wasn't enough to stop her.
She literally basically crashed and tore a whole front part of the RV off, exposing the inside and stuff just flying out the sides of it, obviously, because it's torn away. Nothing can hold that stuff back, and still driving. Oh, she was dedicated to get away. She was dedicated.
And even hitting multiple cars along her path, causing multiple injuries to bystanders, wasn't enough to stop her rampage. The scene looks like it came out of Mad Max, with debris strewn everywhere across 2 California neighborhoods. She also had 2 dogs with...
And I'm surprised none of the front end of the RV punctured any of the front tires, because low-key, you would have thought something would have flew into the tire and then pop it or something and make her stop, but she's still going. And look like she going full speed still, so that's just crazy. She definitely had luck on her side, because she easily could have caused a car accident, not only to somebody else, but to herself as well, and being messed up.
With her, one of whom seemed to have enough of the high-speed chase and jumped out of the moving RV through the gaping hole at the front where the windshield used to be. The dog did suffer 2 broken legs, but thankfully recovered. The chase ended when the RV hit the rear of a car reversing out of a driveway, rendering both vehicles...
Yeah, the dog scared as hell, bro. I feel bad for that dog. The dog definitely wasn't not trying to be in that situation. The dog was trying to get up out of there. But at least she had the mindset to hold the dog, as she ain't say just forget the dog. If it wanted to go, it can go type shit. Like, she at least tried to keep it back so it wouldn't jump out and ultimately get ran over and nothing crazy like that. But yeah, that's just crazy.
To be. The dog did suffer 2 broken legs, but thankfully recovered. The chase ended when the RV hit the rear of a car reversing out of a driveway, rendering both vehicles useless. Rainbird then legged it, accompanied by her remaining dog, but was to be. The dog did suffer 2 broken legs, but thankfully recovered. The chase ended when the RV hit the rear of a car reversing out of a driveway, rendering both vehicles useless.
Yeah, and whoever was in a driveway, I know they mad as F. Like, you literally just getting ready to go make your move for the day or whatever you got going on, and next thing you know, somebody in a RV just come crashing into you. I know they day was all bad. I know they was mad as F, but yeah, man, that stuff crazy, man. People out here really do some crazy stuff in traffic, man. That's just super crazy.
Rainbird then legged it, accompanied by her remaining dog, but was soon thankfully arrested. Have you...
Yeah, man, that's the end of the video, man. It's crazy. I enjoyed reacting to it, man. Hopefully y'all enjoyed watching me react to it and watching the video as well, man. So if you did, definitely leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're brand new. And don't forget to share our channel with other people and turn your post notification bell on so you know when we upload every single day. But other than that, man, that's the end of the video. And y'all, like I said earlier, I hope y'all having a very great Christmas and got everything y'all asked for or whatever. And your family and you as well is doing good. And other than that, yeah. But I'm gonna see y'all later on. Peace.